Hi folks, hope everyone is well. So we're going to continue this series of videos about re-recording stems for the EP I'm working on, Black Dust. In this video, we're going to re-record some stems through a guitar amp. It's not the first time I think that someone's done this, but this is my take. We are going to use a Laney Cub 10, which is a tiny little sort of valve amplifier, super simple. Tone, volume, gain and the controls. I've mic'd the amp with a Shure SM57. It's a classic super simple guitar setup. That's what we're doing in this video. Let's get going. Alrighty, similar to previous videos, let's talk through the hardware setup. So starting with the Reaper project, the track that I want to record, I've unticked center master and I've added a new hardware send. So it's coming out of channel 4 of my sound card. It's the Euphoria 404. And it's just basically a guitar cable out of the back of the 404 going into the guitar amplifier. So that's what's happening kind of up here. And then let's just turn on my little cam here. Down here, what we've got is a Laney Cub 10. So that is a little 10-watt valve amplifier. Super simple, super simple. I didn't want anything too loud for this experiment. I do have a little Yamaha unit as well down there that is switched on for some reason. Let's turn that off. And then the Laney amplifier is being mic'd with an SM57, and I'm just taking an XLR cable back into input 3 of my sound card. So yeah, so it's sort of forming a loop out of the sequencer into the sound card, into the amplifier, recording from the amplifier with an SM57 back to the sound card, back into the door. So it's a bit of a circular thing, but yeah, that's the setup. Let's see if we can hear the well, it's not the stem, because again, like similar projects, I've got the original sort of project open with the original sample instruments all in the project. So I'm creating a new stem from the guitar amp. Let's put the gain all the way down and just, yeah, you'll be able to hear this over the microphone a little bit, but also let's mix in the SM57. Now it's the SM57 is a dynamic mic, not a condenser mic, so I don't need phantom power, but I do need a fair bit of gain. So I've got my gain setting on the sound card quite high. I could put the mic through a preamp as well. That's another option. In fact, I could even just put stems through a nice valve preamp as well. It's possibly something for another video, but I'm running out of tracks. Black Dust 2. Okay. To my ears, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. Now, I've got a little bit of control of my amplifier. I've got a tone control, a volume control, and a gain control. That's all I've got. But I've just set everything at like 2 to 3 on the amp, and to my ears, sounds good, man. Sounds good. We're vibrating air. This is good. Let's go for a take, and then we can do an A/B comparison. Okay, first stem is done. I gotta say, in in the room, this sounds fantastic. I don't know how well it's going to work, like, you know, but just sounds great. I'm gonna have to revisit this idea. Now, I've done one take, and in a previous video, I think maybe the one I did in the Model D, someone pointed out with my A/B comparison that, you know, the original stem would be stereo and the new stem coming out of the Model D would be mono. So it's not really a fair comparison, which is a fair comment, right? You know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the microphone to a slightly different position, do another take, and then I'll pan these and have A and B. And the reason for moving the mic is I don't want to have any phasing effects. So I basically want to have, you know, like a slightly different performance. And again, you know, because we're recording air, you know, hopefully there'll be subtle differences now that won't cause any crazy phasing artifacts. So let's set up take 2. Okay, the left and right takes are done. The mastering project's open. Let's do an A/B comparison. Let's not do it blind. I'm going to give you the original stem. So straight out of decent sampler, just mastered stem, playing back in Reaper. Totally fine, not a problem, no problems there. Sounds nice, sounds lovely. Obviously this is much more of a take your time kind of a track. Now let's hear the Laney. So we've got 2 stems that's been pretty much hard panned left and right. I've tried to put the same amount of reverb send as that one we just listened to. So this is the new recordings. What do you think? Again, I think it sounds better. And again, you know, we can trick ourselves because we've gone, oh, we've invested time to move some air. They sound better. They sound maybe a little less. They sound like they have more body, maybe. And again, you know, you might hear something different. You might think they sound crapper, you know. I gotta say, I like it. I think they're keepers. I think they're going to use it. Let's go to a slightly different part of the mix. Let's unmute those Laney recordings. Let's mute the original. Let's hear how these sound in the mix. Sounds great. Now, obviously, that's the full mix. There's a lot of this. There's some radio static going on there that's come through. I think it has come from FM radio through the neutron, just for some crazy affecting. But it's good. It's good, man. It's good. I think they're keepers. And there's one other stem in this project. So this is a really super simple track, right? So there's another stem. Oh, And again, nothing wrong with that. In fact, I quite like that. Maybe off camera I might re-record those stems as well using the amp while it's all set up. And obviously I always have that option to mix the a bit of Laney amp, a bit of the original stem, and and mix it for the optimum results. But I gotta say, for that pad, I think it's a keeper. Let's just bask in its glory one more time. What I'll do, actually, I'll play it back again. I'll dial out the reverb that's coming from the DAW, and then dial the reverb back in, just so you guys can hear how the reverb is affecting it post. No reverb on the Laney amp, just other than the room, but it's a pretty boxy room, so nothing to write home about. So reverb, So there is amp hum. You heard that at the end there. There is amp hum. Can you hear that? Do you know what, though? What else? Given what else is going on in the mix, I mean, obviously I can edit that out, but I might keep it. So this is no editing. The end of the track, where in theory, that hum is still playing out. Yeah, there's so much noise going on that actually I think the hum from the amp actually probably just only adds a special, secret sauce that some engineers talk about. I might just do a subtle fade on the noise, but noise is good, man. Noise is good. And obviously, it's a particular, it's a very slow, but also kind of noisy track in a way. So I think any noise from the amp is totally within the fitting of within the style of the overall track. Know what I mean? Right. Let's call it a day for this video. So I'm not the first person by any means to record a synthesizer through a guitar amp or record a stem through a guitar amp. I'm sure there's probably a ton of videos on YouTube of people doing that. This was my take on that. I have more than one. I have too many guitar amplifiers. So it'd be interesting to try this. I mean, to be honest, two of my amplifiers are just too big for this room. I haven't got an attenuator, but again, I could try other rooms when my neighbors are out, roll out some of the big amps, some of the big heads that I've got, because this is super cool. Any questions, any ideas how I could improve my amplifier recordings, let me know in the comments. Mic positioning, room setup, what am I doing wrong? Do let me know. I'm here to learn. Next video, I might have some gig news for you. It's a biggie, I'll be honest. I think it's very provisional at the moment, so obviously it might sort of fall over, but it's really exciting. It's really exciting and also scary. So that'll be in the next video, maybe, if the details are sort of finalized and ironed out and all that good stuff. All right, take care, folks. I'm going to do some more mastering. See you in the next video. Feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, feel free to drop a comment. It's all good. Take care. Cheers. Bye.